Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
The shit seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. The shit seeking a place with young free, and I got what it.
So, Mr. Fantastic, I initially saw this. I think, did you repost this?
Yeah, I think I did.
And so I say, yo, this shit is literally up our lane. Pause. Right? We had this conversation. What, once a week? once a month at least. Yeah. So let me play the poem, and then we got a special guest as well, man.
Niggas love everything that hate them. Now, before I start venting, I would like to mention that I too am a victim to the symptoms of the sickness. Cause I love hip hop at its essence, but yet I wonder, are we the only people that be dancing to death? Like, we really party to it. The radio be like, blow, 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 even when we barbecuing. Like, let a nigga try me.
Hey, you know, you put some of us on the screen.
Motherfucking family.
Yeah.
And I ain't playing with nobody. Fuck around and I'ma catch a body. The vibration is extra low, but it's catchy though.
They come
I
back
don't know
up.
how the high it makes me feel will affect my soul, but shit, this the shit we dance to. Ride around and jam to. Other folks be like, wow, look how happy it makes them. Cause niggas love everything that hate them. Goodness gracious. Mobster movies, our favorite. Goodfellas, Sopranos, Casino, you name it. You remember in Godfather at the Five Family Banquet? Don Zulichi pitched an idea everybody seemed to be okay with. He said, I want to keep the drug game respectable. I don't want it sold near children. I don't want it sold near schools. That's an infamia. In my city, we will traffic through the dark people, the coloreds. They're animals anyway, so what if they lose their souls? Now that's foul, but I get it. The mob was preying on the desperate, but that's capitalism. They were hacking the system. As a family, real hustlers. But that ain't enough to name my shit after them racist motherfuckers. Hollow the Don, Yo Gotti, Math Hoffa. Even Sauce Walker got an album called The Sauce Father, because we pledge allegiance to the grind. We can't knock the hustle, even hustles that we ain't in. Or maybe because niggas love everything that hate them. Because wasn't nothing made for them. We get overcharged for Mercedes-Benz because it ain't supposed to match our shade of skin. This is stuff that you could look up, ain't made up shit. Jay-Z promoted Cristal for free, and they told him that he should quit because they didn't want their product to be promoted by a person by the likes of him. And these are the brands that we break the bank to get? That's crazy. That's like a group of people, right? Being denied entry to a club. Instead of just let them, they demand to be let in to spend money with people who don't even respect them. And that shit's crazy. Like the prices of them Italian purses and wallets. I shouldn't even have to tell you. You see how they do their own black people in soccer, but y'all know we don't love soccer, so I'm gonna just stop it. But they did Jim Jones dirty at the Gucci store in New York. Lupe and Pharrell get treated like literal niggers in Paris at Goyard. They even diss Oprah at the Louis store in Rome, y'all. Lets you know how they really feel about us. And none of them are even a big deal without us. Either way, we rock they shit and make a big deal about it. It's like, we want to leave our neighborhoods, move to the Hamptons with them big windows and them ocean sea views. But do you think that those surrounding people will be happy to see you? And may the church say amen? Because niggas love everything that hate them. Because we shitting on Tidal when Jay-Z owned it. Robert Smith's way richer than Kanye West, but we don't know him. We'd rather you customize some forces instead of go design your own kicks. I hope one day we learn to love ours on some J. Cole shit, ID.
Yo, ID, what's poppin'? Good to see you.
Hey, what it do? What it do? How y'all doing, man?
Man, we trying to do the right thing, man. Salute, brother. I appreciate you on such short notice. You heard, I think we talked at like 6 p.m. And you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You was
yeah.
just getting off work, had to go to sleep and all that, had to get up early. Shout out the West Coast time. But the brother here, man, this big Aaron Cheeky Banner. He got Panda Luther King. My brother Shy, Mr. Fantastic, man. We do this show
How
every
y'all doing,
Monday.
fellas?
And
Doing well, doing
they are.
well.
You don't gotta talk to them if you don't want to, ID. They doing all right though. You know what I mean? And so Mr. Fantastic actually reposted your shit. When I saw it yesterday, it had like 80,000 likes and all that. You know what I'm saying? I would assume it's booming after that. And we had this conversation so often about just like what we praise, what influenced us, our culture in general. What was your inspiration behind that poem?
Just wanting to find more things, a way that we could love self, or love inward instead of love outward. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if we are loving outward, to love outward with something or someone that loves us back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a big symptom of the sickness. You know what I'm saying?
What is the sickness exactly?
When I say the sickness, I'm just talking about the root of the poem, which is loving outward, or loving outward towards things that don't love you back. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
feel like that's so detriment to our community. You know what I mean?
Okay. See, I have a follow up question, but before we get in, where you from and all that? Where can they find you? I got your link right here. I'm gonna pin it in the chat and all that. But just like
I'm in Phoenix, man.
okay,
I'm in Phoenix. So, that's where I'm at right now. I travel a lot. Shout out to the Guess What Collective. We just did a little stretch through Cali. You know what I'm saying? But
mm-hmm.
I'm originally from the Bay Area, but like Phoenix is home though. You know what I mean?
Okay, word. How long you been doing poetry?
Man, forever, really, forever, man. Since I've been doing these creative things since 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 I came out, for real. You know what I mean?
Word. God bless. So Shad is a creative as well. I guess podcasting is kind of creative, I DJ and all that. But Shad, he produced a movie. He got another movie coming out fairly soon that he's gonna start shooting in November, December, right?
Yeah, that's the plan.
You know.
Everything working out. Yep.
And Mr. Fantastic reposted it. But see, he posts strategically, ID. You know what I mean? When he saw your poem, I could hear him saying something. You know what he was saying? Fantastic was right. So, now, ID, one thing you didn't mention, let me know if maybe this just wasn't for that poem. You didn't mention white people.
Yeah. I like, you feel me? You know what I mean? People, it's funny you said white people.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at the comments, and the comments were saying white women in particular. They were like, white women. I was like, damn, they hate us? Like, all of them hate us? Like, yeah, okay. Like, I just feel like, you want to stand on some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be able to defend everything that I speak on.
Yeah.
And like, that's just it's just a very large blanket statement that I would be having a battle for a minute.
Oh, I see.
Like that.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get it. So everything you name, you could substantiate. They treated Oprah badly here. They did. Okay, I see.
Right.
I see.
If I just be like, all white people hate us, that's a battle I'm gonna have to fight every day. I'm gonna have to fight that every day. And
No doubt.
Yeah, and people are debating in there right now. I've never had a viral moment like this before. It's at like 1 million views. It's only been like 2 days. You know what I mean? On Instagram, it's on
IG.
It's 1 million. Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic, what made you repost it? Like, what were you thinking when the brother was spitting?
Nah, man. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to you, brother ID, man. Again, just the sentiment that a lot of black people need to understand. I am tired of us blaming the same people that we just want to pay the money to and we want to be a part of, and we want to sit on the white man's toilet, as they said. You know what I'm saying? You fought all that hard to be able to just sit next to the white man and do stuff with the white man, and that's where our demise started. Before, when we were divided, and it was us versus them. Families were good, businesses were good, all those things were in the worst of the situations. Now we finally get the quote the civil rights that we claim we wanted, bro. Shit just went downhill because you know what I'm saying. You can do the things that they do. shout out to him most importantly, and I've said this plenty of time, Hamp. I bet money if you walk up to the average person under the age of 25 and ask them who Robert F. Smith is, they have no idea. They can tell you about Lil Wayne, they can tell you about Jay-Z, they can tell you about Kanye, they can tell you about LeBron, they can tell you about any athlete or entertainer. But if you start talking about actual businessmen, right? That did their got their success not through entertainment, not through sports, right? And all these different things, bro. It's just very, very important. And I think we're, like I told you, Hamp, 2053 is right around the corner, bro. It'll be here before we know it. And we're behind the 8 ball on a lot of important things.
So you go ahead. Somebody want to say something? Go ahead. Was it just me? Okay. Yeah. No, I understood. And I know that you've highlighted those things before. And I think there's a viral moment, obviously, that the brother ID provided. So Shy, we had these conversations all the time. And I'm humbled that ID was able to come up here because he might have like a fresh perspective. We argue with each other, and I'm saying that in just, right, every week. So ID, one thing that we talk about is it the music? Like, why is our music so kind of highlighted and is the reflection of the culture? And that doesn't happen for other cultures, Like what they talk about in music is entertainment. But for us, it seems like it is it perpetuates or is a mirror into our way of life. Like what is wrong with wearing brands of high value? Like, is it strictly because the people that create these brands don't have an affinity for us? Like, how does this work altogether?
That's some of that. When I wrote the piece, right,
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely trying to make sure that I wasn't trying to offer no answers because I don't know the answers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to point
Highlight.
out what
Yeah.
I see, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really know, like, because at the same time, I love this rap shit. I love rap. I love hip hop. I love I love mobster flicks. Like, you feel me? But like not enough to name myself after them or put some Italian man on my body and like tap myself. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing like that. It's like I feel like there's a way that you could appreciate something, you know what I'm saying, but not give like your everything to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you really wanna be model yourself after racist Italians. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like there should be a line split somewhere where we can celebrate some of our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got our own legendary street people. You feel me?
Yeah. No, 100%. So,
Hey, I want to ask y'all a question, man.
sure.
For real, cause like I'm going viral with this poem and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I got mixed feelings about like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm very proud. Like I'm one of I hold my black card near and dear to my heart. Like you wanna upset me, threaten my black card. It's something I don't really appreciate that. You feel me? But I don't want this piece to be spun and used as some kind of right wing talking point
Too late,
to
brother.
where
Too
to
late,
where it's
brother.
like I'm gonna be like
Too
some
late,
kind of
brother.
like
Too late.
Candace Owens or something.
It's
Like,
too
you feel
late.
me? And the
Too
fear
late.
that I have with it is like being like, I don't want Fox News to pick this up and be like, yo, hey.
Well,
He
brother,
said it. He
Miss
said it.
Fantastic picked it up already, so it's too
It
late.
bothers me a lot that it could be taken in that way. And I just kind of want to know what y'all thoughts are on that because I love us. I love us. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't.
Man.
And I don't want, especially now that it's out of my control, it's spinning out of control. I don't want to pop up on none of them. Like, you know what I mean? Some of the people who are agreeing
So-
in the Instagram, I don't really like that they agreeing with what I'm talking about. It's not your business. It's not your business. You feel me? And that. What do y'all think about that?
So one, it's too late. Two,
Wait.
I do want to hear. I want to, if you don't mind, I want to dig into your thought process just a little more because we don't know you, right? So it's interesting that you said this, right? Because these are the things that I thought of because I saw the video,
on my discovery. I didn't see Fantastic posted. I saw it because I get fed lots of different content. Why don't you want? What is it about right wing, conservative, what is it that you see in them that makes you go, these people can't use this messaging for their propaganda? Can you describe what it is?
It's not that they can't use it, it's that it could be weaponized, and that it could be
Okay, yeah,
it could be, the narrative could be swerved to fit something that's one of their talking points. Do you
like
know what I'm
what? Like,
saying? Like,
could
I
you give
feel like you
one?
could take a
Yeah.
little piece of what I said and you could
Mm-hmm.
match it up with something that Candace Owens said, or that Officer Tatum motherfucker said, or whoever. And I feel like you could, if you cut it up right, you could fit me right in. And I don't want to be nothing. I don't want to be nothing. I don't want nothing to do with nothing of that. And
Look,
as it's gotten bigger, because you feel I was just doing a piece, it's a community piece. But now it's not a community piece no more. It's not a private conversation no more because this went viral. So it has a different feel to it now, because now I feel like it was a family conversation that has now came to a place where it's like where everybody could chime in on this conversation. And I just, especially with other black men, I just wonder what the perception is on that, and like making sure that the attention is not skewed. You feel me?
I
Mm-hmm.
think I think you need another poem.
I don't.
I
I
think you need a
disagree.
secondary poem.
I disagree,
for
bro.
this poem.
I disagree. Let me tell you why. Because as a fellow creator, first of all, a dope piece, man.
Very
Appreciate
dope.
what you offer to the world. But here's the dilemma that we will be in as creators. First of all, it's a family of us doing different things, telling different stories. What often happens with these particular types of pieces is it's like here goes another example of black people being brought to the public square of talking about how we can be perfect, right? Because as you said, you enjoy the music, I enjoy the music, you enjoy the movies. Then we get into the nuances about how do we show what's the appropriate way to show our appreciation for it, what's the inappropriate way, right? And we do this in public. And I think just black people just in general have gotten to a point where we're tired of always being the litmus test for what's right in America. You know what I mean? So I would just say this, man. Again, do what's true to you. So, for instance, I think when people hear words like "we" or they say "we the only ones," those are things that trigger people, right, Desi? Because I'm saying you weren't here, but in the beginning of the show, I talked about going home to meet to celebrate my mother, right? And she's been a part of the movement, civil rights movement, for 30 years now, right? And so when I'm around those people, those are we too. You see what I mean? But they might not be the most popular representation of we. So, for instance, for me, I love rap music, but my grandfather taught me jazz, and I learned how much jazz and hip hop are similar. So, what I do is in my storytelling, in my films, I try to find a way to incorporate certain messages to the broader audience, because I know my peer group might not care about jazz, but I feel like once they get a load of it, they'll be like, wait a minute, there's something here. Let me check into this. You see what I mean? Instead of trying to make sure everybody be perfect, as a creative, you have an opportunity to introduce us to those things that what's actually true is that it's a myriad of black experiences in America. But the most popular one is hip hop. And so we use hip hop to paint a picture of black people, when we know when you go home to your grandmas, your aunties, your cousins, there's all type of black people, right? You got scholars in your family. You might got a couple of hood people in your family. That's the real black experience. But we allow America, what they popularized, to tell us who we are. And at some point, black people got to understand the game that's being played and stop allowing ourselves to be played in. But again, what's true to you, bro, do that. Don't worry about how it's gonna get used, because that's what God gave you to get to the people, and we'll digest it how we digest it. Don't change what's true to you, bro, because then you'll start finding yourself, you'll start losing what the gift is, because you're trying to make sure you please everybody. You can't do that. You can't do it.
So,
Yep.
so I think one thing that is important, which is the highlight, because I'm an artist as well, so I do hip hop music, right? The thing is, your piece is a reflection of your observation,
Yep.
right? So the thing about me saying make another one is not because
I got you.
I don't think the first one will suffice, or you should be necessarily worried about the critiques or the interpretation of it, but because it gives you ample time to do what artists do, which is literally to report and reflect, right? What you did, I don't think was a bad thing. And I agree with the idea and the premise, because all you're doing is reflecting on what it means to be black. and your experience with people who associate and also share that experience. I will never take away from an artist from doing that, especially if I don't know the intent, right? Because the only thing that I could do is listen to the words and go, I understand and I can relate to that. The thing that I would say is, because it has reached outside the realm, like most things will do, we're in the internet age, make another, be insightful, think about what's going on, feel what you're feeling, right? Because those comments, they're going to come through your words. I've tried not to, for lack of better words, make fake disses, but I've done it. It's just like, because I remember what some niggas said. Like, I remember that, and I reflected on that and was able to articulate it in a way that, of course, is fire to me, at least. You know what I'm saying? I can rap. I'm good at it. So the same thing I would say to you, make another one, right? And that one, it may not go viral, and it doesn't have to, but at least there's a record of history for your own book and record to go. I know I've made my observation about Black people is not limited to this. My observation is here and it's been expressed, no matter who does or doesn't share it.
And I appreciate that insight, because it has been, because like I said, it's really going crazy right now. And when certain people are like, yeah, who don't look like me, I'm kind of like, what did I do? What did I put us into a burning building? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, did I walk us into the burning? Like, you feel me? Like, that's low key how I was like, damn, I don't like how that feel. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I'll ever make another piece like this again. Like, you feel what I'm saying? As far as like having what I would call like in-house conversations outside. Like, I don't think I'll do that again. Like,
why not?
Because now that it's only because I'm having this experience. Like, I haven't had experience of something going up this big before. And now I'm feeling like, damn, I'm making this conversation that I feel like should be between me and you, or should be on a platform like this. And now I'm having it like in front of the whole world. And it's almost like if you was my brother and we were out somewhere and you did something, I'm gonna support. The way that I came up, I'm gonna support you in public. And then all that shit about what you did and how you could be better, that's some shit I should take you to the side and we should talk about in private, low key.
So I have a question. How does the Black community get that accomplished? I mean, I guess what I'm saying is the Black community is too big. There's just too many people to have that conversation in-house. It has to be had out, outside. Like, for example, you said like a platform like this, it's open to the public eye. And if the conversation that you're having becomes it's important enough and poignant enough where it becomes prolific, I don't think that's something you can avoid. If the conversation is that deep, it's going to catch the public eye and grow like wildfire, right? Simply because there's just too many people that need to be involved in the conversation. You can't treat it like the CIA where you compartmentalize and have everything in these hidden rooms. Number one, we're not organized like that. Number two, there's more of us than there is in the CIA that need to have this conversation. And if the conversation is that deep, people are going to tune in and it's going to become something that is popular. I would not worry about opposition necessarily, because you're always going to get that. I don't know how familiar you are with the Art of War, but if you're not, read it. My advice would be to welcome that kind of energy, welcome that kind of salacious response, and then turn that energy against them, right? Use it as an opportunity to come out and make the correction on the intention. You said you didn't want the intention to be skewed. That's not possible, because the intention belongs to you solely. You are the owner of that intent, because the intention's yours. They can't skew it. They can misinterpret it, but then that's when you come out and make the correction. And I think that drags the conversation even higher, because then questions will be asked, assumptions will be made that weren't mentioned in the piece that you get to correct and answer. Right? You use the propaganda against the people that created it. Propaganda is only dangerous when it goes unchecked. But when propaganda comes out, it's a chance to say, no, that's not me, because a lot of people are going to assume that anyway, before the propaganda hit them. They already had that assumption. It was a preconceived notion. Now is a chance to show people that had that preconceived notion that never met you, that's not me. It never will be. You got it all wrong.
Yeah. I appreciate that a lot, man, for real, because This is really the kind of conversation that I wanted to have because it's too many. I can't go into them comments talking about that. It's impossible now. You feel me? So like I
Yeah.
did need to. I'm glad that we can have this because I'm watching it in the post. You feel me? And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. But I'm glad I can at least like talk to some brothers about it because you know I have been feeling the type of way about it. But you definitely gave me some clarity, man.
And just one more thing, bro. Just as an artist, you've already done your job. The fact that there's discourse around something that you created, you've done your job. You're not the judge. You're not the arbiter for black people. That you are a creative person who gave your observation on the world. You delivered it. Now you got millions of people watching it and discussing it. You've done your job. You were successful at your goal. So that's why I would say, man. Honestly, if I was to you, I would say ignore the comments. Keep doing what's true to you. Let the people digest it the way they do. Make their interpretations. Shows like this, we talk about it as well. You've done your job, though, bro. So just keep doing what's true to you. Because you'll lose yourself trying to deal with the social media comment thing, but you'll lose your artistic expression trying to please everybody, man.
And let me officially congratulate you and let this serve as a great deal of respect and encouragement to continue doing what you're doing, because anyone that knows me longer than 5 minutes knows that I'm highly critical of and disappointed in the black culture in the state that it's in today, right? And I take partial responsibility for that. And I'm interested in changing it. And I try to live and express myself in the world in a way that aligns with the way I believe the black culture should represent itself, right? I believe we've got to take control of our own image because we don't have control over it, especially black men. We do not have the reins or the title to our image, and we must seize it. And the only way to do that is to project the image that we want people to believe, and then correct their belief after we project that image when they say that our image isn't what it is. So congratulations to you, and I encourage you to keep doing it. I like it. I appreciate it. And you have restored a great deal of confidence in me that there's people out here that's trying to and willing to do the damn thing.
And I will say this last thing. It's just from an artist aspect. Don't forget those feelings and don't regret what you did already, right? Find a way to remember these exact feelings and formulate it into your next piece, right? The people love to see the humanity of the artist that they interact with. That's what makes people drawn to the individual. That's what made, someone go, hey, I would like to have you on this platform to kind of discuss this piece, because this complication of how you feel versus your intention versus what it is being used for is a piece in and of itself. Like, and that's something that you can explore. And I know you're capable of doing, because what you produced just now was amazing. Right. So don't feel bad for doing what you did. The next step is build on the story. You may have a whole, not album. I don't know what poetry, how that works, but man, you good.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I regret it or nothing. It's just the first time that like I feel like a conversation that was very personal and intimate became like a public, like it's everything's been public, right? Because we're on the internet, you feel me? But like I would do this in like black spaces and things like that, like you know what I mean. And now that it's grown up, it just has a different feel to it. But I don't regret what I just be a little critical on the perception of it sometimes. You feel me?
Do you?
Yeah, man. I'll say this, bro. My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, man. The art of fuck it, bro. That's especially as a creator, especially as saying things that people are afraid to say, saying unpopular opinions and things like that, bro. You know what I mean? The art of fuck it. You know what I mean? Hey, once I said it, and like you said, stand on it, and it is what it is. That's the most important thing: being able to defend your points, being able to defend your perceptions and different things, because everybody's gonna have an opinions, right? So, but the thing about it is, keep yours. And the wonderful thing about this is yours, bro. So, enjoy the moment, brother. You know what I'm saying? The good and the bad that come with it. Ignore the bad, but take every opportunity you can get out of it, man, for the positive, man.
Yeah, I agree. The art of fuck it. And if you don't like it, it's the art of fuck you.
Well, yeah. So the brothers are definitely, they telling the truth, but it don't actually manifest that way. You have to make a concerted effort to ignore that shit, to not be bothered by it. And it take time, and it'll still bother you, I'm pretty good at like ignoring things or not responding to things. It don't mean that if I ran into people, they wouldn't have to deal with me, you know. But I just don't play my cards like that. So it's gonna bother you. Like them comments will kick your ass for sure.
You know what else? You know what else happened that I didn't
Mhm.
anticipate happening? You got to understand. I never knew this piece was gonna do what he did. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them rappers heard them shits I said about them and shit.
And they battle rappers.
Yeah. Hey, Hollow one of the best too. I was like, damn, bro, like them motherfuckers really might hear this shit. And then when it hit World Star, I was like, them niggas heard.
Oh
that
yeah,
shit, bro.
hollow to the yeah.
I'm naming battle rappers who punch niggas out.
Yeah.
I'm naming, you know, Yo Gotti, you know, they active out there in Memphis. And I'm like, damn, when you say it and you using people as examples, you're not even looking at them as like real people.
Yeah,
You're just using them as an example. Like your name is Yo Gotti, so that's that. You feel me? I'm not even thinking about them as real people, bro. Those are real people, bro.
Yeah, you just think, real shit. I talked to Math like 2 weeks ago. He's punching shit out for 20 years. That nigga infamous for fighting at that gym. You know what I mean? When he fought boy, what was that back? That was like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Now here's the interesting thing. Mr. Fantastic, you think black culture is trash?
Right now, man, at least it's in the recycling bin.
The idea, do you think black culture is trash?
I can never say that. I can't say that. Can we say that? Like I can't.
No, I'm just asking. What you think? Yes, no?
No. Black culture is everything that I want to be a part of. Y'all saw what happened to that little Nolan kid. You feel me? I need to be around y'all.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like there's nowhere else am I gonna go, bro. It's not safe. I'm gonna disappear if I'm with anybody else. Y'all stuck with me.
So think about this, right? Mr. Fantastic is the one that reposted your shit. So I just want you to understand, like it will be framed and used exactly how you seeing it, you know, and you just gotta be steadfast, you know. So
look, hey, straight up though, you know what? I feel like it goes to like, you know, when people be talking about America, and you know, like we'll be critical of America, and then people be like, well, why don't you just leave the country then? Right? Meaning like we can't care about something and be critical of it. Like if you're critical of it, move, go back to Africa or wherever the fuck. Right? And so like I feel like the same way. I feel like that's ridiculous, right? That's ridiculous. So it's the same way with the black culture.
Wait a minute.
Here's why we laughing because
but I don't want to leave the culture. I'm critical of it because I love it. You feel me? Not because you feel me?
Wait. Before
you can't make this up. You can't make
hold on. Wait. Where have you heard these things from though? Like, where is that like a common talking point or thing that you hear?
Leave America?
Yeah, because you're critical.
Yes, yes.
What do you think of those people?
Anytime you know you see these rebuttals, these are other right wing talking points. Where it's like, well, if you don't like the way our prison system works, then why don't you just go back to Africa or something like that? As if you can't be critical of something that you care about. Like,
you can only
I believe in black people. That's why I'm critical of it, because I believe in us. I'm not critical of it to just beat us down. That's not that. I believe in the culture. I believe in us.
Wow.
But I got to be able to be critical of it. You can't be like, well, if you're critical of it, you hate it. Go away. Get out of the culture. That's crazy, right?
No, it's not actually.
No, there's some people that believe that.
That would actually be on me and him with a line there. I don't know what y'all laughing for. We would align.
You were not aligned.
Yes, we were. Yeah. We would align there. I'm heavily critical of the thing. I don't tell people to leave because they're critical of black culture or whatever. If you constantly complain about white people, you can constantly complain about the system, but you keep being a victim of the system that hasn't changed since you claimed 400 years. Okay, you either change your behavior or go somewhere else. It's common sense. How you keep falling for the same white man's trap? How you keep falling for the same trick bag? If ain't shit changed, like you say, and it's the same white supremacy, and they always been racist, But your dumb ass still the only motherfucker at the bottom of the barrel because you keep making poor decisions.
So that the misalignment would be him being told to leave for critiquing. I don't think anyone's ever told you. Has anybody on this platform ever?
Nigga said I wasn't black and I was a coon. Nigga
did they say leave?
I'm a coon.
Did they say leave? Did they tell you to leave?
When you a coon, I feel like they kicking you out.
They tell when niggas call you a coon, they tell you to leave the race. I'm not even black.
Right, but no one is telling you to leave the only place you know, right?
Yeah, but I'm not also complaining about the place that I know. This is what I'm saying. You can't complain about home and say KK America with 3 Ks, right? Spell America with 3 Ks. It's so racist. It's so this. It hates black people, and the whole system is out to get black people. Why are you here? You can leave. Leave.
Right. That doesn't make
that's
any,
not for
that
your criticism. No. But see, you're false framing it, and that's why I hate when y'all do that. If this is so difficult for you to where you feel like you cannot win, even though everybody else has figured it out, even the Mexicans done figured it out. So my advice to you would be go somewhere else, and I don't even say Africa. There's anywhere in the world you could go, right? But go somewhere else and be successful. I say that though, not to cut down your criticism. Keep criticism, but you don't want a solution. You don't want a solution. You don't want to get better. You just want to sit here and complain.
Okay.
You don't want to. I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
Do you have children?
Yeah, I do.
So, if your son is underperforming, you're going to be critical of him, right? Like if you know that he's not living up to his potential, you're going to be on his ass to live up to the potential that you know that he's capable of.
Obviously, yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to throw your kid away because he failed a class. You're not going to be like, hey, you know what? This kid is broken and throw this kid away. Like, because when you're saying leave, that's how I feel that's what I'm equating with the throwing the kid away. Yeah, like, no, you love that kid. Analogy, you love that kid. That's your kid. That's your son. So you're going to hold him accountable for what you think that he could do. And you're going to point out his weakness. Like, we have to point out each other's weakness. If I don't point out your weakness, you can't get better. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you got to point out the things that are critical of people, right?
So hold on. So when I point out the weakness, I'm bashing black people. I'm beating up on black people. I hate black people. And you didn't say it, but in essence, this is my thing. You don't ever tell somebody, or you don't need to coach somebody on the shit they're already good at. Correct? You agree, right?
Right.
Criticism gets better by saying, hey, you're weak here, improve here, right? So the wonderful thing about you being here, we never had this conversation, even though we may be juxtaposed somewhere else. This is just a fundamental understanding and agreement that all people should have, right? Me telling you, oh, you're good at this, you're good at that, that doesn't help you. You're already good at it, right? Like you said, and especially from a man's point of view, right? Like you said, if my son got he can dunk, all right, you can dunk, boy. I don't want work on his jump shot, okay? Work on your defensive slides.
Right.
I'm not gonna keep telling you and praising you for the damn dunks. You got that down pat. So this is what I'm saying, where it really gets to the thing, and you always gets turned into, oh, you just hate black people, and you just a coon, you just this, you just that. So my thing is this, right? And the proper analogy would be my son complaining about his failures, right? So my son kept constantly complaining about his failures and his lack of adjustment to whatever it is. Of course, I'm not gonna throw him away, but no, it's your fault, right? But the whole point, when it's a grown people and it's a group of people, when, these are adult autonomous beings that can go anywhere they want. Would you stay at a job that you hated and come every day and complain about hating a job?
No.
Exactly. So America is just the similar setting. Of course, this is home. Would you stay in an apartment?
Bad analogy.
Hold on.
That's a bad analogy.
Hold on. Well, you tried to jump on it, but I beat you there. Would you stay in an apartment complex, brother, that was full of rats and roaches and the rent was too high?
You just start being honest, man.
Nah.
We got to start being
all right, then. So now I matched the home analogy. So if your home is so fucking dissatisfactory and you feel like your home is not servicing you well, find another home.
Here's the thing. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
Yeah, so let me.
I thought it was good.
I think that the reason why I use the son instead of the home, because
you can't separate
this is where there has to be a love for it, because it's I have a love for the people, right? And so that I'm equating that to the love that you would have for a son. You would never throw your son away, no matter what. I would hope, right? You would never throw your son away no matter what failures that he had, you believe in him and you feel that he could live up to something. I feel like when you make it a house, it kind of takes that love part out of it a little bit.
Let's work with the son thing. You're right. The father should never throw the son away, but the son can absolutely throw the father away. And I think that's the case here. One person is not a product. What the community is not a product of one person, right? Like a son is a product of a father. The father created the son, therefore is responsible for the son. The community wasn't created by a person that person is responsible for the community. It's the other way around. The community created me, and if you're underperforming as a parent to me, then I gotta go. You're fucking up, Dad. I'm out of here. That can absolutely be true, right? Now, if I'm screwing up, then the community is going to hold me responsible. Get your shit together, but it should never reject me. Like a father should never reject his son, because the father is responsible for everything the son does, rain or shine, feast or famine. Same with the community. The community that rejects a person is a shit community. Right? You embrace that person and you do whatever you need to do to see to it that person thrives and succeeds. But if the person looks at the community and says, you fucking me up, and the person's doing the right thing, then it's incumbent upon that person to leave the community, because the community is a failure to them. The community created them and is failing them. So get out of there.
You spitting, man. You spitting right there.
So I think the issues that I'm having with Fantastic and the way he phrases things, because he does this quite often, he makes a reductionist phrasing. The reason, though, the time that he said, if you don't like it, leave, was that the topic not surrounding the Nolan Wells case? Or was it the racism in the principal case? Like, I'm trying to remember the surrounding conversation, because it wasn't as if, my point is this: critiques about something that you are involved in not by choice shouldn't lead to automatic dismissal and being pushed away. You can make honest critiques, which is exactly how the civil rights happened and even moved. Was Dr. Martin Luther King actually made critiques against the system, using the words to the system and saying, you're not fulfilling your promise to quote unquote Americans. And if that is still an issue up until today, that doesn't mean that we should just, there's so many complaints, just leave. What example does that set? No one in American history did that. Even that's why they did the whole Boston Tea Party thing. Hey, there's an issue here. There's an issue. There's a problem. We're making it known. And now we're fighting for our rights to be whatever or do whatever to get those things and regain them. And we're acting as if that's not the case today. That's the issue. If somebody's making a complaint and is saying, hey, we have to fight back or put people that represent us in office to do whatever the case, then that's the case. And somebody saying, here's the issues and this is the problem that I'm having with America, there's no way you should respond to that unless you're completely content with America and the way that it is in its current iteration. Just be quiet. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
that's
no,
insane.
no. Well, yeah, either be quiet, right, or fix it, or leave. It's three options, and not just two.
Okay, so
right?
as a black man,
hold on, you were done. So
okay,
you were done. So the problem is this, right? Now you have to show me what's the same as it was during the times of Martin Luther King. You can't do it. You have every right now as an American citizen. There's not one American.
That's
not
true.
One. It is. So what rights do you not have as a black person that the other ones do?
I got you. The civil right, the Voting Act, right? Why are there sections of the Voting Act being cut off, dismissed, whatever the case, right? Those things.
What rights did you lose? You didn't answer my question.
The representation. There should be a right to representation.
You still have it.
And it's been cut and been diminished.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
It's been properly zoned.
Yes, it has.
Properly zoned. So again, if you're going to talk about it, talk about it all the way.
No. You saying it's been properly zoned because you don't care. We're saying it's improperly zoned because that's what it said according to the law that they created to help with this process. To help with this process. Let me finish. No. I didn't know. No. To help with this process, that it even came for it, or that it even existed for a reason. You can't gut something and you can't get rid of something and say, what is the problem? What is it that you're losing or what is it that you don't have, or that you don't have currently when they're actively working against that thing? That's the problem.
Okay,
It's a
and
continuous
so
action. It's a continuous action to
it's not.
reduce or remove things that people before us fought for and gained.
No, and
Absolutely.
again, the problem
Just
with
to
it
touch
is.
up on a
Go ahead,
little
bro.
bit of what y'all talking about, like there were what was her name, Madam C.J. Walker. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
She was like a millionaire in like the 1900s or something crazy, right? She was very successful. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we can't equate this one black person's success to the experience of the entire black community that was happening in the early 1900s, right? Right, like just because there's this outlier who was able to pull themselves up by the bootstraps or do said thing, right? Like I'm not LeBron James, bro. Like I can't jump out the gym. I can't. So when we're looking at these outliers who are successful, who have done their thing, you know what I mean? They're that I don't think that equates to like the average black person. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that it's possible for us to thrive and have success in things of that nature, but at the same time, we do also have to realize that there are a lot of things that stop most of us from doing that. You know what I mean? Just to try to acknowledge both your side of the point and fantastic side of the point. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
is that exclusive to black people, or is this just Americans in general?
The obstacles.
Yeah,
I think we have unique obstacles. I think there's obstacles that are like unique to us, for sure.
that
And
would
that's
be
the
more than
and that's the
more. Well,
problem. It,
well, hold
you
on.
can't, what'll happen is we'll try to make the obstacles of black people this general thing, although we're having a specific conversation about black people. And the obstacles that black people overcame helped so much and help everyone else that it allowed them to be viewed in a different way, or experience or have the same rights as before, which is why we'll have a problem with somebody like Zohar Mamdani saying immigrants built this country. No, because throughout history, especially within the United States and within this current administration, we have had to fight for our rights to maintain the things that were already earned and already designed to be
Who
to
voted
help,
for
or
Mandami?
and
Who voted for Mandami
what do you
in
mean who
mass?
voted for my
I did exactly what I
you
asked you.
ask
What
young
group of
people?
people, what demographic,
Young people.
of people in New York voted predominantly for fucking Mandami?
Young people, what are you asking me?
Democrats and black people.
Okay,
Black
but
Democrats.
well, okay, great, that's fine. No one had an issue with that because guess what? When it was addressed, what did he do? He apologized and said, "I did not mean to erase the history of black people's involvement in this country. I understand the reason why you would be upset and offended." You know what he did? Something that a Republican will never do. Since you want to bring up parties now, he took accountability and said, "I apologize and I understand why." What you won't do is sit here, or what you will do is sit here and justify every single goddamn thing a Republican did. So let me ask you this: justify why Trump is getting rid of black museums, black history, why he's not promoting why
Where?
What
Where?
in DC. Tell
He
me
getting
why.
rid of Black History Museum?
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Hold
Tell
on,
me why
well,
there
no,
are
no,
black. Tell me
substantiate
why
what
there
you're
are
saying,
black
'cause you're
officers.
just claiming something.
Don't
So I'm
worry.
gonna ask you the question again.
Don't worry. I got you.
Substantiate it.
Tell me.
So
Oh
he's
man,
getting
y'all
rid of
go,
the
y'all
black.
going
got you.
in, man.
Tell me
This is-
why.
He's
this
getting
is
rid
got
of the
CNN
Black
up
History
Tell
here.
me
Museum.
why. Tell me why there are black
So
officers that
I'm not
qualify.
telling you anything until you address the original statement that you made. So Donald
fine.
Trump is
What do you
getting rid
want?
of the Black History Museum, bro.
He's defunding these things. He's trying to get rid of them. That's what he's doing. Yes,
So
absolutely.
only the black ones. Hold on. So only the black ones. None of the other federal government. Anything. Nothing else. Just the black ones.
Just wait a minute.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Just the
yes,
black ones.
yes. He's going against anything DEI.
So now you're lying.
So anything
So now
diversity.
you're lying.
Anything diversity,
Now you're
equity,
lying.
inclusion.
Now you're
Okay, so
lying.
that's not true. So there's
Yeah,
no
because that
diversity,
wasn't a
equity.
DEI thing.
So there's not a
That wasn't
target. That's
DEI
not a
thing.
target. What do you consider diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Yo. All right, let me let ID go because obviously y'all done forgot that we got a special guest that just got 1 million views and went
Man,
viral.
this nigga, bro.
And
This
y'all
the
want to
nigga that
talk.
used
And
your
y'all
fucking
want to
clip,
talk
bro.
to each other. Each other. We're gonna
Hey,
have
where y'all from?
we're gonna have a debrief. Jesus Christ. So
'Cause,
Mr. Fantastic and Cheeky, they from Georgia. I'm from Connecticut. Big Aaron's from Pennsylvania. Shaw from Mississippi.
All right, now I could tell there's a little bit of East Coast in there. But you said you know Hollow the Don, right, man? Let them know, man. It ain't no smoke or
I
nothing.
know
I don't
math
no
more.
problems
I
with
know math
none
more.
of them cats. You feel me?
Nah,
That
they
I didn't think they would ever hear that shit. You feel me? I never thought they would. You feel me? Be part
oh
of that. So I was
for
like,
sure.
damn, you know. So let them know it ain't no smoke, man. I was just trying to make an example, man. I was just trying to.
I got you, man. I used to own a battle rap league, so I see what I could do, man. The din and on, you know, he freestyles, so he could just come up with some shit.
And he's nice too. Hollow is
Yeah.
nice. I hated the people I picked because they were actually just not the group. You feel me? To be fucking with like that, like you know.
Real rap, but that's what they do, you know. But I think people understood the message, and when I was listening to it, just before we rap, you know what I mean, let you get out of here. I didn't hear. I could hear the intent. It was literal. It was a real like objective observation when I was listening to it, right? And when you said "me too," it didn't sound like somebody just saying that for the sake of saying it. You like, yo, we love all this shit, and why is the question that still remains. So that was my takeaway from it. You know what I mean?
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Cause we buy a lot of expensive shit, but make no mistake, we ain't keeping Ashton Martin open. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
people, especially Americans, are gluttonous for beautiful things. You know, we have more disposable income. So, but I just saw it as an observation, like that. Let a nigga try me. That shit was a banger for a year, an entire year
Laugh.
in
Yeah.
2016, an entire year. Like usually songs last about 3-4 months. That was a banger for the whole. I mean, she got rich off that one song. She can't make nothing
Yeah.
else worth a damn. So I 100% respected the observation, and the poem was amazing. I'm not even into poetry, but he posted it. I saw it. Said, yeah, this is fire. So I appreciate you, bro. So how can we find you? I've been showing and sharing the Instagram. I thought it looked like you had an event and you got an event space. Just let the people know so they can lock in with you and all that, because we have viewers from everywhere.
Man, bruh, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm part of this poetry collective, and it's called Guess What Collective. And my partner who runs that, he's pretty much helping me do this booking and stuff because I can't even keep up with it no more. I can't even keep up with. I can't even. It's a lot, and it's crazy because it happened so quickly. I ain't going front. Like I wasn't ready for this. Like
Yeah,
my confidence comes from getting behind the mic and doing my thing. Like I'm good at the performance aspect of it, but all these things around it is some shit I'm really like still trying to figure out and learn. You feel me?
yeah, 100%, 100%. Okay, so we'll definitely lock in. We're gonna tap in with you. We proud of you. You know what I mean? Um, I definitely appreciate you coming up. Like I said, we got your link pinned to the top of the chat. So as people come in, make sure they follow and all that. And yeah, stay up with that shit. And make sure you set your pricing accordingly. And I don't think you have to feel out. But it's good to
Hell
keep
yeah,
yourself separated from those negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Right?
hell
Because you
yeah.
can you.
It's
Mhm.
you can't even like it gets too much to where you need help. You start to really need help after you're trying to keep up with all these things. And
Yeah.
I got when you get a like from like I don't know Waka Flocka or Jermaine Dupri, it's kind of like yo, you supposed to holler at them people. I'm like for real, like and be like what like let's
Yeah.
word or something. I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to be going through some of this shit. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I'm really riding the wave and loving the moment, and I needed this conversation with y'all. Like,
Yeah.
this made me, I feel a lot better about everything. Having this conversation with y'all about at least the perception and the intention of the piece, and making sure that's coming because I love us, bro, for real.
Yeah. Nah, real shit, man. Salute to my brother ID in the building, man. I'm definitely locking with you. I see you got an event coming up. We're gonna try to come support. You know what I mean? They got airplanes for shit like that. I ain't
Hey,
that far,
hey,
so we definitely gonna tap in for sure, good brother. Any final words for the people?
hey, man. I got a lot more material coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna be traveling. I've been traveling all summer, and we're gonna keep it rocking. So. Just know this ain't a fluke, man. I got a lot of work that I've been putting in for a long time.
Yeah.
So, I hope that we could connect again. You know what I'm talking
Nah,
about?
definitely, man. I'm gonna curate because there's a conversation I could hear that I think you'll be valuable for. So I'm gonna tap in with you to to see if we can curate you on a panel that I'm thinking of it as we conversing. So I'll definitely lock in. I shot you my math too, so shoot me a text when you get a chance. Let's talk about it.
All right, right on, man. Hey, peace, y'all, man. I appreciate the conversation, y'all.
I'd like to leave you with some parting advice. Two things I always tell people. Number one, it's better to die on your feet than live on your knees. And the other one is, if you don't go when you want to go, when you do go, you'll find you've already gone.
Right
That's
on.
it.
Right on, right on. Appreciate y'all, man.
Easy, bro. Be safe.
Yes, sir.
Easy, man.